folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Handicapped Traveler. We're going to be going on adventures together, exploring parks so that we can see the wonderful nature. Now we probably won't get to see any moose, but I love moose. So we'll also be going to zoos where we can see other animals that you won't see on my trips. I also love history, so we'll be hitting up some historical places, towns, and museums. And we also might visit some stores and flea markets, which also are things that I enjoy doing, especially if it's more a antique type store or a flea market. Most times I'll be using a wheeled walker. Other times I'll have a standard cane. Sometimes I'll be using a wheelchair, like when we go to the zoos. I also have a gait belt that when my wife is along with me can hold on to me in case I look like I might fall. Most of all, we're going to have fun. And I want you to remember that using devices like the walker or cane, or whatever you need to use, it's helping you be handy capable instead of handicapped. See you on our adventure. Okay, folks, today we're at Hidden Valley Park, Lake Metropark. This is the south entrance. We were at the north entrance a while back, so this is long overdue for us to come here. In the map, and now I need to find Mrs. Traveler and Lucy, but oh, and there's a butterfly in there too. I'm not going to be able to zoom in on the butterfly though. I'm not even seeing it. There's some nice white flowers there. And we got some goldenrod. Let's see if we can. Now this is a nice path here. It's a little going to the pavilion, which is handicapped accessible. And they got another park where they provide firewood, but I don't see the fire pit. Do you see the fire pit? They got firewood, but I don't see a pit or a ring or anything. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. We might find it in a bit. Lucy is on a mission today. Huh? Yeah, that's what I figured I'd get that with the not so grand river. That's what we're coming up on. Though we haven't really had rain. We had rain on Monday and today's Friday. Sunday and Monday was really rainy. So it's probably moving along and rather oh, okay. Got to give Mrs. Traveler the mutt mitt so she can clean up after Lucy. So, and I'm going to head down a slight incline, but I'm confident in myself. And we're going to come up, as I said, we're headed down to the Grand River, but it's not too, huh? Oh! She found a monkey ball. You know, I like my monkey balls. And here we got some sunflowers. Aren't they like our sunflowers, babe? Okay, Mrs. Traveler said they're not like our sunflower. She's not sure what they are, but it it kind of looked like it might. Did it say that it was couldn't load or? It said no internet, and then it said no network. Okay, which is unusual. Usually we can get it somewhere. There's a lot of those, but I wanted to show you. I want to show you this cliff, which is, well, if you've seen more of my videos, you know how I love any type of thing like that. And we got a tree that fell into the river.
Catching some fish.
So, there's some little ones with nets fishing. Here we got another fallen tree. And I'm trying to avoid the kids, but there's actually an area where the river kind of is flowing. Let me see if I can. Oh wow, Lucy actually went into the river. And I think she got a drink from the river. Usually she stays far away from the water. But yeah, it's shallow, and as Mrs. Traveler said, Lake Erie is much deeper and what do you want to call that, more active? So I was just trying to show you how the river there in that one part is moving. And yeah, we actually, and then when Mrs. Traveler took a better look, she's like, it does look like the kind of sunflowers. We have one in our yard. Actually, we have two in our yard, which were not purposefully planted. Probably came from the bird seed that but we don't know which kind. What is it? Oh, Mrs. Traveler found a fungus. Yeah, I think that might be kind of rough for me to get into. Do you need me to hold Lucy? Or the food?
Take your phone, there's no connection. I hope that came out. I tried to get it.
So, now you got a good look at me, huh? Playing on my phone. So anyhow, we keep it real, folks. Mrs. Traveler's not sure if she got to show you the mushrooms or not. Okay, so now there's a nice grassy area in here. And I'm headed up. I hope I'm headed up towards the pavilion here. And we're going to head to the trash can to throw some stuff away here. And there's a playground up above. Oh, that's... Oh, I swear, if only I had a brain. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't move the rollator. Well, it helps if you take the brakes off. Whoops. Okay, I am still going. I hit a button accidentally and wasn't sure what the heck I was doing. Whew. Just that little hill there. Took it out of me. Don't know, people. But I'm going to keep going until I can't go anymore. And I see by the picnic table here, we got another monkey ball. Yay for monkey balls. I'm probably going to get dinged for being perverted or something here. But hopefully YouTube will actually look at the video. So, Mrs. Traveler is coming up the hill with Lucy. Lucy kind of dictates where she goes. And now I showed you in Riverside Park the bigger hill that goes sled riding, but we're coming up on a hill here that during the winter is also used for sled riding. We've never sled ridden down it, but I remember and Lucy's doing her. By the time I get there, she'll probably be done. Yep. She gets on her back and rolls around. Wow, they got a lot of the sunflowers, don't they? So anyhow, um, this hill that we're coming up on, don't know if I got that bird flying across or not, but this hill here, as I say, we never sled rid on it, but I can remember bringing our youngest son on it and rolling down the hill. I think Mrs. Traveler did it with us. There's the little playground. You can see the steps going up the hill. And then, as I said, we rolled down. You rolled down the hill with us, didn't you? Yeah, she says she thinks so. That was, if we let the kids do it, we had to do it. Though, to admit, the reason we did it was fun. We enjoyed it. And looks like a cluster of dead trees to me. Though there's a little life maybe up top. Doesn't that look like a bunch of dead trees right there in that circle? So now we're going to start on a path that's rocky. And Mrs. Traveler found a plaque for this
round area of maybe there's some life to them. I don't know. Now we're headed on a path that's stony, so we're probably going to get a little even more shakier, and we'll see how far we can go. If I have to stop and turn around, that's what we'll do. Says, yeah, but I like the smell. Wow. So, and yeah, we got, I think, weren't they called Oregon crab apples? Oregon crab apple tree. And no, I do not know why they're called Oregon crab apples because I didn't research it. I just know that's what they are. It's kind of dense, shady, but that's okay. And that's weird, an electric pole in the middle of the woods. That's probably for the pavilion. So now this trail also just goes to a dead end. So even if I make it the whole way, it'll be just turning around. So we'll probably just end it when it comes to that part.
Remember when we first got Lucy and there was that little muddy area she was using for a slide?
Yeah, and this is the park. We got Lucy when she was 5, so she still was young and spry at that time. There was like this muddy area, and she just kept going down it like a slide. She'd slide down it and then come back up. It was rather amusing, at least to us it was. And yeah, true. And these are the ones you were saying you're not sure if they're snapdragons or not.
Yeah.
And the connection on our phone isn't working, so we got some nice purple flowers over here.
Yeah. They look like cornflowers, but they're purple.
Yeah, they kind of look like the cornflowers, but purple. As I've said, we're in the midst of turning our front yard into a wildflower garden to attract the bees and the butterflies and birds. What'd you say, honey?
I found Lucy her favorites coming out the wooden bridge.
Oh, and we got a wooden bridge coming up here. Sometimes Lucy gets weird about the bridges, and she fights going over it. Of course, right now it's just that she has a smell. And let's pull over to the side and let these people through. So you can see the woods go pretty far deep in. I probably get a lot of deer and probably raccoons, possums and such. I'm sorry for the camera going weird. My handle is not tight and I cannot seem to tighten it today. And she came through nice. And that is supposed to be a stream. But as I said, and we really haven't had much rain this summer. And some more interesting fungus. And this week it rained Sunday and Monday, but then it really didn't rain much. And usually in northeastern Ohio we get a lot of rain. It just has been a really dry summer. And I think we're getting up to the area where you can see the river again. Maybe not. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been here. Actually, I don't think we've been up here since Brian graduated from high school, which is, Brian's our youngest, and yeah, my brain won't let me add up those numbers, so. And I'm back. You can take my not being able to add up the numbers however you want. That I'm just bad at math, or I don't want to remember how long ago it was. A lot of goldenrod. That actually I don't think is the, yeah, it actually is not goldenrod here. I think that's the sunflowers losing their petals. So, just I heard a bird, but I don't see it. And yes, I'm showing Lucy a lot because I know that if people see pictures of beagles, they tune in. So I'm trying to use my dog to get views. Is that okay to do that, or is that called cheating? And I definitely see the river coming up now. I'm going to turn this off and see if I can get this handle fixed. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Are you excited? What do you see? I got some kind of berry there. Don't know what. This is Traveler likes that. Do I have the right tree? It's kind of like a snake. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of birds chirping, but we can't see them. They all always get well hidden in these parks. And you're all gonna be lucky this week because I'm probably gonna put out another video tomorrow. So, and it's break time for Lucy. You think she's done, or okay? We're going this way, girl. So, yes, we're definitely coming up on the river here. I'll be able to show you that in a little bit here, maybe a couple minutes, if that. So when I do get to the river, I think I'm going to take a break myself. Yes. Well, yeah. As I said, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But I like to go. Now there's a trail going down to the river there. But I'm not going to be taking that trail, and that's for darn sure. And here's the river. Mrs. Traveler's trying to get Lucy to go down to the river, but she doesn't. There she goes. Mrs. Traveler says you can't get through the river. Now Lucy's all about it. Lucy's like, what do you mean we can't? And it gets all weedy and that. She's all about it. She's going to make a path for you. There's a big hole, and Lucy doesn't care. Please be careful. I can't even get the two of you on this. It's so dense. So, while I take a break and they're doing their thing, we're going to take a little break. Everybody's going to take a little break. I'll see you in a bit. While I was sitting here, I saw this tree that probably has the woodpeckers and that probably have used. And Mrs. Traveler up ahead found a bird's nest. So when I get up there, I'll come back on and show you the bird's nest. And I thought this was cool. Okay, see you in a bit. So I'm where the bird's nest is. No birds in it, unfortunately. But you can definitely see that it's a bird's nest. And there's the river again. supposedly there's waterfalls somewhere in this park. I've yet to see them. Now, the trail definitely, you could get a wheelchair on here if you needed to. I'm doing okay with the wheeled walker. And it's kind of surprising, and as I said, I wasn't sure how far or what I'd be able to do here, because I remembered this trail being a lot worse than it is. So I'm thinking that they fixed it up, and I thank them for that. What is it? Oh, like at Lake Reservation. That tree, the top of half is kind of stripped of its bark. I'm not sure if you were able to tell or not. Are you taking a break or? Okay. This is Traveler was sitting on the bench just waiting for Slowpoke to catch up to her. So now you know, Pokey Dude, why I said I can relate to Slowpoke. And this area, which is a lot steeper now, it used to be more of a hill and it was kind of muddy, and Lucy would use it as a slide. I don't think she'd do that anymore though, because she's gotten older like us and can't do as much. There's some people fishing in the river. I know you fishermen, you like going in the rivers and that. Well, when I was younger I used to. It reminds me of the story, we had a summer camp and there was a creek at the camp, and I'd always managed to slip in the creek. I don't know how I always managed to, but I always managed to slip in the creek until my mother told me that if I accidentally slipped in the creek again, I wasn't allowed to change my clothes. I just had to wear them all day. Somehow that cured me of that slipping in the creek. I think the river is kind of flowing a little bit here. I think it's a good view of the river too. You can kind of hear the river, and it's probably not being picked up on the video. I'm just letting it. I'm shutting up, trying to let you hear the river if you can. It's not extremely loud. So, but as I said, I am impressed in how much better this trail is than I remember. I wasn't sure that we'd even be able to get as far as we have. I'm coming, little girl.
She's going. Got a smell of something. She's on her way.
Let's go this way, Lucy. I wasn't sure if it was that or whether she's like, okay, I'm tired. I didn't want to go back. So, this is actually a nice, quiet stroll and shady, which keeps the sun from beating down on you so you don't get too hot. Though it's only in the 70s today, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not bad. Mrs. Traveler, I think, prefers it in the 60s. I I didn't have the camera on her, so you couldn't see her giving the thumbs up for 60s are better than 70s. But as I think I mentioned on previous videos, Mrs. Traveler's thermostat's different than my thermostat. So, oh, I'm gonna turn it off and take another rest for a little bit. I will be back. Okay, folks. Lucy's had it, and I'm about had it too, so we're actually going to close the video out here. I want to thank you for coming on this stroll with us. I don't know if you could see that big yawn that she just made, but I want you to remember, if you have to use walkers, canes, reachers, whatever it might be, that it's not making us handicapped. It's making us handicapable. Thank you all for joining us, and have a great day. God bless.